Y'all ready to do this?
Are we ready?
Wait a minute. Hello, Mr. Ed.
There you go. Hello, Mr. Ed here.
Hello, Mr. Ed.
Look at that, we got the big crew here today. That's right, today is July 17th, 2021. It's honey harvesting time here at St. Joseph Abbey at Abbey Honey. And we got us a great crew back there. All right, we got Mike Barry. Put your hand. Everybody knows Mike Barry. Come on, lift your hand.
Over this way, Mike. Can't see it. There you go.
Heather. Charlie's wife, Patty. And of course, y'all know Good Time Charlie. We got Randy Smith from the Arkansas Adventure.
Charlie.
And then look at who's in the back. Ricky Ralph. And Julio, y'all met Julio the other day. And me guy, Mike D'Amico from another Arkansas Adventure fan. So it's Mike, me, Randy, and Julio. We all worked at the post office together. And we spent 20, 25 years together. And now here we are, 30 years later, and we're still together, but this time we're harvesting honey. So we're at the honey house, and it's gonna be kind of growing pain kind of thing, because we've never really done this process this way before. But come along for all the fun that we're gonna have, and by the grace of God, we'll get all of our honey done. Hopefully it's gonna be about 200 plus gallons, and I think we're gonna have a great day. Let's go ahead and wrangle up some honey. Y'all ready?
Yay!
Do it! Woo! Randy and Mikey at this end of the extractor. What's y'all's job?
We're gonna take these out with the caps and we're gonna put them on the uncapping machine.
So, but don't you have to do anything before you put them on the uncapped
We're
machine?
going to clean off any burr comb or anything that's extra on the thing. We're the linchpin of the operation. Without us, it can't function.
I agree. You got Mike Barry. Mike Barry, do you have a job yet?
Put my camera down.
You got a job yet?
No, I just came late, so I wouldn't have a job. I always do that.
Hey,
Never
yeah.
come early.
So, Wreck-It Ralph, you got a job?
I did my job early this morning.
What'd you do?
I hooked everything up. I'm done.
Yeah, Ralph is the maintenance man for here at Abbey Honey as well.
Done.
Okay. Charlie, what's your job?
Oh man, I'm on the spot. I get to play with these two knobs right here, and stuff's gonna come out right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the little frame,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna put it in my rack right here, and slide it on down.
All right. Heather, what about you? You know what your job is?
Be grabbing the frame on this side and putting it down here and sliding down.
So this is our brand new honey tank right there. When last year, we had so much trouble when our frames were coming off of our uncapper, we're losing honey up in here. So what we're gonna do is this year is we're putting our honey inside of this tank, our frames inside this tank, and let it drain down into there, and then we're gonna go ahead and load up our extractor. Now, you may notice that where the tank is right now, the honey wax separator used to be. And I took this thing out because the tank had to go in its place. And what I'm gonna do is we're just interested in running frames and our honey out. And then after all of our wax is in our drums, then I'll come back at a later date in a week, pull the wax out, and then run it through my separator again. I'll just move the tank and put the separator here and run it through this way. But for today, all we're doing is running all those frames over there. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
All right, we're doing it.
I like it. I got money on my hands. I didn't sign up for this.
You're dripping, huh?
Hit him on.
so what are y'all doing right there when y'all pulling those frames out?
Well, these frames are empty. We're putting anything with brood is going over here.
And so why are we separating brood and honey?
Because the wax moths are going to get that brood.
Right.
And they're not going to get this.
So what I decided to do this year, Mike, was I've 3 years I've tried to fight the not getting the wax moth, bring the comb in here, and even though it sits outside, they still get in it. So what I'm doing this year, after the bees clean up those hives, I'm just going to scrape all those foundations right into the kettle right then and there and melt it down.
Re-wax them, use them over.
Yeah, and use it over.
Don't waste time.
I'm not gonna let that wax go to waste.
Nope, I don't blame you.
Ralph, what do you think about that, Ralph?
I think that's a good idea.
I didn't charge it, so it should have enough. But you take this thing up, especially the standard handles. Take the mediums off. This is Jeff don't use mediums. There's no reason for them to even be in here.
No,
You take this.
Whoa, look at this
Look how
number.
easy it bounces. Now it will twist some, but and the tires ain't aired up that great. Let's see if it'll do 2 deep. It'll do 4 mediums. It's got a battery pack in here. Right now it's using solar just to keep it charged. But you charge it up and you get like, I think you forget how many lifts he said you'll get with it. So let's take him. That's what we'll do. We'll grab it. So
There you go.
you can't see something.
That way, yeah.
I mean, this is on.
Charlie, we gotta get one of these.
I don't know, Jeff, I think that's above your pay grade.
Yeah.
But you can put 2 on, say you stack it, but this will stack. This will go 40, go all the way up there, see how far? It'll go up to a tailgate.
Oh, that's all. It's all.
And you can roll this up a tailgate like on your trailer.
On the trailer, yeah.
It'll roll up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Charlie, we're gonna have one of these next year.
It's a little slower, I'll give you that, but at the same time, you're not gonna lift.
I don't like. It's a lot cheaper than a doctor's visit.
Yeah, and you can be done with that thing.
I like that.
I think
So where do you get these things from?
guy in Canada makes it, custom makes it for you. You call him, you tell him which way you're gonna grab a hog. So you grab it this way, you're gonna grab it that way. We grab it right way normal.
Correct.
And
So how much does one of these cost?
I think we shipping everything is $1,300.
1,300. This is feel it, bro. It's like
you gotta, like be right.
That's a full suit. Jolly is, now see if you lean it down, it'll go way forward. See how far forward you're going with it now? So you don't overheat it, it reaches out pretty good. Yeah. It's got its limitations, but I figured you'd be able to at least see it.
Oh no, I'm interested in getting
And
one.
as soon as I got it, first thing I thought was all deep you guys do. And how you just really, you have 1 deep on it. Well, shoot, that thing will snatch them off. Feel them out. And look,
Oh, that's nice.
Lightweight.
How do you release?
you go down now lean it, tilt it up. You gotta be square on it. Tilt it up, I'll pull back. Tilt it up, keep it up, now pull back.
Oh, I see, these little, that's neat.
It's really slick.
I'm happy.
Yesterday, Charlie and I went and picked up a hive. Somebody donated a hive to the Abbey, and this was the honey that was in it. They had 2 medium supers on it, and it's older honey, and you can see it's really dark. I don't want to mix it with ours, so I'm just going to scrape it into the colander, and we're just going to let this stuff drain out. That's 20 frames of medium frames, and it's dark. This stuff, I don't even know if the bees will eat this, but we'll see. It smells and looks like molasses to me. So lunch is over, and it's now time to start cleaning up our mess. And everybody's asked the question, well, how do you do the cleanup? And it's real simple. What we do is we simply use water, cold water. That's all I use now, cold water. And we still have to drain out our tank right here. But we just use the cold water and we hose our machines down. All this, we still have honey that we have to pump out. But once we use the water, everything just drains out through this trough down the middle of our building. We're getting ready to clean our pump, and this is the easiest thing to clean out in the world. We're just going to turn on the water and let it start working. So now we're going to take off our hoses. Now the last thing we got to do is take off our caps. So we're just going to take off our nuts that hold on our plate. Ralph is getting ready to turn on the compressor right now. And we'll take out nuts. There we go, the inside. So we do have a little bit of wax in there, but as much wax as we pump through it, whew, this ain't nothing. With our plate off, now we got to do is just blow out the. That's it. That pump is clean.
This is highly trained business here.
Yeah, but you do have a skill with it. Most people don't know how to handle a spatula like you, Randy.
I tell you.
Look at that, not almost like there's no honey left in it. All right, so now we got that all drained out. So now we're gonna get our honey in our extractor now.
What are we doing here?
We're draining the all this honey, and then we'll take the hose off. Yeah, there's still a little bit of honey in the tank, in the extractor.
And about how much honey you think is in that hose?
Probably a gallon.
About a gallon.
It'll drain some.
All right, we're taking over Randy's job.
You can see the cappings all up underneath the machine, up in here. And so we take all the coverings off, and with just cold water, that's all I use, we can get all that stuff knocked off. We're ready to do push out our honey supers out onto the back porch right here, and we're going to start letting the bees clean up their work that they've done. We've taken what we wanted, they can have the rest. How long did we do this? How many hours we got in this? 2 hours?
2 hours. That's it.
All right, after a little bit more than 2 hours, I think we started at 9 o'clock this morning. It's now 3 o'clock. Is that what time it is?
Something like that.
So 6 hours, and we wound up with 4 30-gallon drums, not full, so we're probably about 110, 115 gallons there. We had 2 full 55, so that's 110, and then a half full. So how much honey was that, Mike?
What did I tell you, 3,000?
3,000 pounds, yeah, about 3,000 pounds.
250 gallons or so.
Yeah, it's around somewhere between 220 and 240. That's what I would say is a pretty good guess. Yeah, we've got a lot of wax in this that we have to separate out, but all in all, great haul and wonderful tasting honey. I was actually surprised when I tasted the honey, because normally our spring honey, it's sweet, super sweet, thin. This stuff it doesn't have a lot of sugar to it, to content to it, to my taste at least. Very mild tasting, which is to me very good, and a little bit heavier than normally that I would find in the springtime honey. So, of course, I couldn't have done all this without everybody's help today. So, you know, from Charlie, Patty, Julio, Mike, Randy, Mike, and Heather, and
Ralph, don't forget
and
Ralph.
oh yeah, look at Ralph.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Keep on watching. Oh, hey, man, that's not now. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to do that right outside. Now, we pushed the boxes out. How long ago, Mike? 40 minutes?
We're at 40 minutes now.
40 minutes right now, and we're gonna go do our closing outside right now. 40 minutes, right, Mike? That was a mosquito. That wasn't.
Okay, I was just trying to.
Yeah, I saw it. 40 minutes, and look at the bees out here. It's like, this is what every beekeeper loves, to hear that sound. Bees are not interested in us at all. All they want to do is get that honey. You go back to the hive. You come back and get that honey. You go back to the hive. So it's, as long as you don't squish a bee or press up against it, these bees, they're not interested in us at all. So at this time of year when we do this, man, that's a great time. You get to go out there and walk with the bees. Who doesn't like doing that, right?
I love it.
Mike?
Oh, yeah, it's good times.
What about Patty? She's a little nervous.
Here I am.
And Charlie's got, look at Charlie's face.
Scared. I'm scared.
So, what are we, is that it? Is that it? Or we have anything else to say? Mike, closing comments.
Oh man, it's wonderful. It's always good to come over here. I feel honored to come over here with you. And, no, I do. And we get the fellowship of the beekeepers. I tell people in a couple videos that, to me, outside of my church meetings, this is my favorite group of people to hang around is beekeepers. We fellowship. It's more than just, it's work, but it's fellowship.
Yeah. It's definitely, there is a lot of work to this, and Charlie will testify to it being a lot of work. This isn't, no, I mean, we all know this, it's not a easy thing, but it's a fun thing, and for most of us, we're into it for the benefit of the bees. We're in it because we want to save bees, help bees, and then if we get a little bit of honey on the side, man,
And we enjoy it.
there you go. It's a lot of fun too. Plus, look at the people you get to meet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all we got for you. So Ralph,
Thanks for watching.
Mike,
Keep on watching.
Patty,
We'll
Charlie.
be making more.
Say it again, Charlie.
We'll be making more.
God bless, Mr. Ed.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Mike.
Patty.
And good time,
We're
Charlie.
out of here until the next video. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Woo!
Just a few thousand bees, nothing to worry about.
I love this part of it. I really do. I really do.